let go of the past, and manifest the reality you desire. It's time to expand your consciousness and create a new enlightened transformational you by raising your vibrational frequency. We will talk about ETs, light ships, the ascending human, our ascending planet, visitations, and first conscious contact upon our new fifth dimensional Earth. Welcome to Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness. It's time to activate a better you by embracing the white light of Source. Now your host and universal guide, Joanna L. Ross.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Joanna from Universal Unity and the Universal Light Wisdom and Healing Centers. Thank you so much for tuning in and really feel a lot of vibrational energy today. Take it all in and allow yourself this beautiful celebration of another gorgeous fall day. The skies are clear here in Calgary and it's a beautiful crisp morning. And I really feel excited to get out and play with Gaia. So it inspired me with a few energetic topics that we're going to talk about today. So those that are really keen on exploring new portals of consciousness communication, new portals of God communication, new portals of energetic communication. You're really going to have fun with this offering today, because it will allow us to expand further and deeper and wider into all that we've been talking about as far as the omnipresence web of communication, the all that we exist within. But bringing it down into our everyday language and allowing us to truly open our hearts and allow ourselves to soak within what truly is light language, what is the communication between various aspects of our refined ability and potentiality to communicate in a much more refined and more expansive, multidimensional perspective. Our bodies and our vessels and all that we are is a multidimensional temple of light. Has been refined for many, 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 many years, depending on how long you think you've been on the path or how long that you think you've been awakened for. But just know that from the moment that you are gifted birth into this beautiful existence, you're being refined every moment to the highest path that you've drawn for yourself within that blueprint of why you've come here, and why you exist on every other plane and dimensionality from here on out. And so we've got some beautiful topics today. Our topics today are light language, along with crystals, clearing, centering, and celebration. And we've got some pictures on our Facebook page, joannauniversalunity.ca, as well as Tina's got some pictures up in the KCOR chat area that you can take a look at. But we wanted to, we didn't get to talk about last week. Ashtar had given me a beautiful, Ashtar from the Galactic Federation had given me a beautiful visual to think about and to muse about. Last week, and we didn't get to it because we ran out of time. And so I wanted to bring it forward in today's conversation, and it always aligns with any given moment, because we're going to allow ourselves to look at, again, as we often do every week, who are we, what do we exist within, and what exists within us. And last week, as we were talking about allowing ourselves to truly soak within all that we are in an expansive way, and allowing us to truly create that symbolism and understanding the communications that are moving through us in any given moment, because we are the one creating that communication. We are the one showing it to ourselves in whether it be symbolisms, as we talked about last week, as we allow ourselves to understand energetic symbolisms, which is communication, light language, tones, music, movement. All things are symbolic, all things. It's not separate. It's not taking it away from the all that you are. It's allowing you at your omnipresence, the creatorship of all that you are, access to the all that you are in a myriad of different ways, in different moments. There may be a moment where you're connecting to the light language through tone. There may be a moment where you're connecting through light language through symbolic drawings, doodling, art, painting, movement, communication with crystals, communication with all that you are as an omnipresence within the all, as God is, as you are. The all that you are allowing yourself to awaken to and within, allowing yourself to understand that there's far more communication and dancing going on than we've been allowing ourselves to perceive or to know, to remember. And so we bring forward these ideas and concepts with the musings of the myriad of beings and celestial councils and federations that are with us. Thank you. Divine lighted ones within our etheric chambers now tuning in and coming forward within the etheric chambers. to commune with our earth family, to commune with our galactic and celestial family, as we allow ourselves to expand all that we know to be true about who we are as divine temples of light and how we communicate within the all. How we reverberate in every moment vibrational communications. How you can shift your communications, how you can shift what you experience in your reality is what you perceive to be true about who you are, what you exist within, what exists within you, and igniting it anew in any moment that you desire. And so we bring forward these concepts and these musings to ignite you in new ways, week after week after week. Regardless of what now moment you listen to these offerings, you'll allow yourself to be excited and enlightened and ignited and inspired in the exact moment that it's meant to be. And so allowing yourself to create that beautiful open heart at your divine sacred heart center, allowing your intention with creation, your intention with your omnipresence to come into a soft and gentle focus with your presence and your breath. Feeling the breath and the light encodiations within breath, spiraling and swirling within and around and about all that you are. Feeling the sands and soils of Gaia's beautiful offering from all of her immense omnipresence within creation, her immense omnipresence within the center of who she is at her divine crystalline heartbeat, her immense intelligence, her immense energetic offerings in all that she creates through the rocks and the sands and the soils. And then with all of the consciousness within the creator gods and the elementals and the matter and the spirit that come together in any given moment that are communicating with us and through us. And it's up to each and every one of us that gets to choose from our own mastery, from that refined point of view, from that centered and balanced point of view, how we choose to create through that moment of God offering. That is, in essence, light language in all moments. How you choose to interpret, how you choose to discern, how you choose to allow that frequency, vibration, that sacred geometry, that sacred pattern of love, of consciousness, of webbing, of omnipresence, to move through you, and how you choose to create with that ebbing, that flow, that gift and offering and treasure within every breath, within every moment, within all that you see, within all that you pick out and show yourself, within all that you manifest in all of your moment for moment symbolisms. And how week after week after week you can grow and expand and soak within the vastness of all that you are and dance with it. For these are truly times, although profound and dynamic and transformational times, changing in every moment, our socioeconomic system changing all around us, for it is our consciousness that ignites that. It is the invisible communication that we each play with one another from our divine sacred heart and our purity of our intentions to know that we are far more than we thought. We are far more expansive and eternal and infinite than we ever thought. We are far more attuned to the vibrations of God in all things. So why not let's play? And those emanations that we emit moment for moment for moment, from profound thought form, from profound inspiration, from profound entanglement with creation, and our galactic and cosmic families tuning in right now. For I'm sensing and I'm feeling the quantum communications that are moving through the etheric chambers, moving through me in any given moment. As you open your hearts, so too does the etheric communication that we are all entangled within this one now moment of our sacred soul tribe, dear lighted ones. You are adding to the light language of this communication. So this is going to be, and it is in this now moment, a dynamic offering of God language, of love language, the language of love, alive in every moment, alive in every breath. And as you become aware of it, and as you acknowledge all moments of profound God symbolism, of profound God language moving through you, you allow yourself to open up and say, wow, this feels really good. I like this. It can go in a myriad of different ways. All right, what's my excitement in this now moment? You feel your body and your magical vessel and your divine temple grounding through the sands and soils of Gaia. And you're immediately inspired to move your hands and your arms and sway your hips. For you feel the essence of God's breath move through you. And it truly desires, as your temple comes to life through breath, as your temple comes to life through intention, as your temple comes to life through your allowance and your acknowledgement and your awareness to bring it to life. To see your dear lighted ones, how masterful you are within this dance. Bringing your intelligence to life. Bringing your vessel, your divine inner temple to life. Bringing the God breath to life. Bringing your creative, Christed essence to life. Bringing light language to move through you as a new dance and song. Light language is God, loving communication, creator source communication. From the very omnipresence of our understanding, the vast of the vast of the vast, universes upon universes, the omnipresence, and source creatorhood, sending out emanations of thought form, loving thought form, light language, beyond what we can understand or have words for. Moving through each individual universe for its own, each universal, individual evolutionary plan. Within each universal plan, there are a myriad of galaxies and planets and star systems and all things that we've given names to and all things that we have known to be true, even far beyond what we have titled and defined. For there are new discoveries moment for moment for moment as we expand our consciousness within it all. From the omnipresence, there is a language of love. The presence, the essence, can't be defined, but it is felt in every way, just as God is, just as you are. For even though we may see our physical vessels in the mirror every morning, can it really be proven? For all things are illusory. The essence that can be felt creates the experience of it. Does that make sense, dear lighted ones? If you allow yourself within every breath to create the acknowledgement and the acceptance in your own allowance, to know that there is light language of profound God source. Within breath, every inhale and exhale, it's moving and changing and oscillating. Communications and languages beyond what you can understand. Symbols, encodations. And it's not necessary that the mind or the ego have to discern it all, have to understand it all, or interpret it all. But the allowance to allow it just to move through you, to bless your cells, to regenerate and recreate with your cells, to bless and regenerate and recreate with your soft and gentle loving focus from your divine sacred heart, to be in partnership with it all, to be in partnership with the inhale, to be in partnership with the light language as it moves through your vessel and your blood, soothing and harmonizing, nurturing, nourishing, feeding, bringing to life, creating the new ignition of those cellular programs that remember you within your highest, most intelligence, to activate those cellular memories that are held latent within you until you understand the acknowledgement to harmonize with it, to call it forth, to navigate and masterfully say, it's time for you to awaken, dear cell. It's time for you to come to life through me. This language of light, sitting within my cells, sitting within the center of the nucleus. That moment that God particle comes to life, activated in a new way through you. And your genius comes to life. And you can visualize and you can sense and you can harmonize that cell moving, attracting and magnetizing, bringing forward, calling forth in a quantum way beyond what we can know. For we can sense the speeding up and the oscillation within the energetic consciousness field, within the etheric chamber, within our omnipresence now. God particles talking to God particles within all of those listening now and future now moments. Our galactic, our celestial, Mother, Father, God, archangels, Christ collective, the brotherhoods of light, the Elohim, Pleiadians, Sirians, Galactic Federation. In all that we are on all now moments, we are one. Communicating with ourselves, showing ourselves in any moment. Will she awaken through sound? Will she awaken through a symbol? Will she awaken through color? Will she awaken through the texture of the leaves on the trees. Do you see here, dear lighted ones, and what Ashtar from the Galactic Federation was allowing me to understand last week, as I was gifted a vision of me being in the center of this sphere, if you will. And he was saying that the moment that we let go of what will happen next, when we've been musing, so many people are musing about the many events that are coming for humanity and the profound awakening that humanity is moving through, because consciousness as our collective is creating a momentum, is it not? We can all sense the momentum, the wave beneath our feet, within our hearts, creating a further momentum, a further wave, an initiation that we are connecting and creating ourselves. But if we let go of what's happening next and soak within this moment of now, this very centerpiece of all that you are within this sphere, you allow yourself to awaken to the omnipresence of all that you are in all places, all moments right now. And isn't that fun? For this now moment, this centered moment of right here, right now, awakens the light language, the symbolisms, the infinite, the eternal, the all-loving moment that you harmonize. This now breath, feeding you wisdoms, feeding you your joys and excitements, feeding you your oneness and harmony in those moments where you felt separated and judged, or those moments that you judged others because you felt judged. You pull in those now moments, and clarity is crystal clear. Confusions, hurriedness, worriedness, however we define any one moment. Living in this now moment is so profound. To harmonizing not only with God, with creation, but with you. For when you harmonize with you, you harmonize with in-breath, you feel the essence, your omnipresence. And we pause for the profundity of God moving through each and every one of us in this now moment. For if you breathe and create harmonization with that one statement, when you harmonize with this now moment, with this now breath, you harmonize with God and your omnipresence. All things become alive and available within you. Your creative imaginings to spark your understanding of light language. Your excitement to inspire your creative expression with light language. And cells and inspirations and symbols come to you in the exact moment that it is required and needed for you to act upon, for you to refine your choice, for you to refine your thought forms, for you to refine the vessel of all that you are in your multidimensional status, ever changing, ever moving, multidimensionally, to create expansive, wider, refined, unified, harmonic, loving communication that you emanate in every moment. Every moment you are communicating, every moment you are giving and receiving energy, every moment you are allowing yourself to imbue and embed and show yourself and thread yourself within light language. It's your awareness, it's your consciousness frequency, it's all that you are that allows you to become refined and attuned to it, so that you are clear in the thoughts that you create, so that you are clear about the consciousness that you create and emanate to all others, to all that is, to all other aspects of you. So that in those reality moments, you're being mirrored back clarity and precision of love and light and harmony and balance and centeredness and peace. Light language is constantly allowing us, as symbolism is, as our omnipresence is, continuation and and reflections of all that we are to ourselves, moment for moment. I'm reflecting to myself a joyous sound, for it reminds me of all that I am within consciousness as the all. And allow the sound to move through you. Allow breath to move through you. Create a soft and gentle focus to your divine sacred heart. Create an opening and acknowledgement with your partnership with Mother, Father, God. And allow your excitement to call forward beautiful new beginnings with light language, refined energetic communication, refined tonal communication, so that it may heal, so that it may soothe, so that it may align, so that it may ignite and empower and inspire, just as color does. Reds and greens and blues and turquoise colors in every shade, in every hue. Pink, browns and greens, gold and silver, colors we don't even have names for. And your creativity and your multidimensional perspectives change. For the moment that a word is spoken, a moment that you bring in a thought, a moment that you bring in an inspiration, and set it free from your divine sacred heart, it ripples through creation in a quantum way. So if we allow breath, center out our divine sacred heart, and we emanate from all that we are, unification and oneness to our human brother, to our human brothers and sisters, and we emanate a beautiful gold and silver light, soft and gentle flowing threads, every direction. And we see creating for our own unique selves symbols upon those threads. They could be lines, they could be dots, they could be squiggles and spirals, it could be sacred geometry. However you are excited to create. And you feel the warmth and the connectedness and the coming aliveness within your heart. For something within recognizes that this creative co-creation, this creative expression, this Christed excitement that lives and breathes within you, ignited through breath, ignited through your soft and pure intent just to commune and entangle and dance, setting forth a new ripple of color, a new ripple of potentiation of light language. And an inspiration comes within your next breath to begin to move your hands and your fingers gently and delicately as if your limbs are in their own unique dance. Communicating with the etheric fields and the electromagnetic fields, dancing with other symbols, dancing with the elementals, dancing with the vibrations of breath from Gaia's heartbeat. As you place your hands upon a few inches above the surface, and you can feel her grids moving with you and dancing with you. And you place your hands to the side of you and above you, and you can feel the consciousness webbing and the consciousness language moving all throughout you. You can feel it entangling with your fields. An offering of love in every direction as you offer love from all that you are. And each and every one of us, dear lighted ones, make no mistake about this, come with a unique offering to shift and change and alter the entire omnipresence language with what exists within your center of your being as you send it out. As you create in this now moment to be the fullest of all that you are, in partnership with Mother, Father, God, in harmonization and beauty with breath, and for the God in you to entangle within the God of all that is. And you send out a beautiful light pulsation of love from your heart. And you surrender all expectation. You surrender into the allowance that you will always receive exactly what you require. You will always receive and communicate and be embedded within every perfect moment for the treasures held within it, the lessons, the symbolisms, the magic, the majesty, the energetic healing, the beautiful friends and family that love you, that inspire and empower you to be your best. to be your fullest. Whatever it is that you so desire to see in your reality reflection, you offer it from the center of your being in harmonization within that essence of omnipresence. And set it free upon that webbing and that ebb and flow of love, that eternal communication bedding that we all exist within. And you surrender into the perfection of that essence. And magic will unfold. The miraculous will unfold. The auspicious will unfold. And that's what Ashtar was allowing me to envision in that sphere that I was in the center of. And every moment that I took myself out of that moment of now, and I was thinking or musing about what would come later and how do I manifest this and how am I aligned with this and worrying if I was on the right boat and all of those things that were taking me out of this now moment. I was harmonizing with so many other threads other than right now. And so much of humanity is doing this as well because we can feel the momentum. This has never happened before. We're on unknown territory. It's truly exciting. We have to surrender into the unknown and go with it and celebrate. For when we truly ground and center in this now moment, and harmonization, and you create that intention to be harmonic with this now moment, with this now breath, and your prana tube, your God tube, your pillar of light come to life, and you can feel the cells oscillate at a quicker speed. Their chakras wake up. Your omnipresence is ignited. The all of you is ignited. And the feeling and the sensation that allows to ripple through you is new, and it will be felt. For when you ignite your omnipresence, when you ignite your God self, when you ignite your Christed essence, it will be felt. And it's such an exciting and exhilarating moment of aliveness, of unity and harmony, that all aspects of time and space slip away. And it's where you've always been. And that light language is right here, right now, where you've always been. Harmonizing with any one moment, any one symbol, any one gift and offering and treasure from Mother, Father, God. Whether it be a profound moment where your daughter ignites your expression as you walk through trees, or you see a ladybug in the dead of winter land on your laptop, or your arm or your nose, or a feather that just drops from the sky, or the birds singing outside your window, or the crunching of the grass on a winter morning. Or perhaps it may even be a challenging situation with a loved one. And whatever your perspective is in that moment, there's communication going on, light language being exchanged. Light language to infuse and inspire yourself within a higher, expanded perspective, to see yourself within it. To see yourself within that aspect that you feel is separating or challenging or disharmonic. For you are in the center of it, creating it to show yourself, where am I within this crucible and how may I create wholeness and harmony? How may I forgive myself? For you understand that within forgiveness grows love and compassion, unveils it, illuminates it, brings it to life, to have a new set of light language be released from you and emanating from you in expanded thought forms. For remember, light language is thought forms. Light language is thought forms sent from the source creator, Mother, Father, God, our central sun. We can look at it in a myriad of ways. Remember, dear lighted ones, who are you, what do you exist within, and what exists within you? You are so holographic. Allowing yourself to be the particle of God, allowing yourself to be the universe all at once. Do you see how we may thread ourselves within harmony and peace? And how powerful you are as a creator. And within breath, ignite yourself anew. And you connect with your divine sacred mind, the higher self of all that you are. You create with your omnipresence and Mother, Father, God. And you call forward in this moment a sacred moment to play, a beautiful light language symbol. And your higher self offers you a beautiful symbol of light language. And your multidimensional body, your divine temple of light, senses it, senses something, whether it be a knowingness, whether it be a tone or a sound or a click or a tick. Could be a symbol that you see, could be an inspiration to paint or a color. And whatever it may be that your multidimensional vessel is allowing you to be ignited by and inspired by, this light language is living through you. And you can call it forth and play. Call it forth and dance. Call it forth and entangle. For it is your partnership with Mother, Father, God, and you are in this dance. Are you not? You called yourself forward here to play right now, dear lighted ones. To play in a new way. Hear new versions of light. New musings that you may dance within. Till the next time that we meet in this now moment. So that you may spiral within breath, spiral within the harmonization of all that is. Being ignited through you. When you bring your awareness and your stillness and your presence to the webbing of communication always alive, right in front of you and through you, showing you how beautiful every moment is. And why, for the first time in eons, much farther and wider and more vast than our textbooks can ever write, we are celebrating this moment right now, dear lighted ones, as being awakened, spirited human beings, moving into a galactic and cosmic playground, where our communications reach higher and wider vibrations, and our excitement and our joy brings it all to life. And we just get what we get, and we just know what we know. And that excitement creates a new momentum for a new now moment. Attracting and magnetizing synchronistic moments, synchronistic meetings, synchronistic opportunities. And the heavens open, and there you are. Showing yourself the profundity that you create light and a language within it, that you create love and a language within it. For that is what you are. You are a God particle, moment for moment communicating, moment for moment receiving. The magic lies within here, delighted ones, make no mistake. In the etheric chamber stand in ovation to celebrate our awakening. It's up to us how we choose to emit expansive and harmonic light thought forms. How we create profound light offerings through a smile, through a glance of oneness and understanding or compassion. And we offer someone in need a helping hand and an open heart to see ourselves within them and them within us. Dear human brethren, celebrate. You don't have to wait. Celebrate and open your heart to the language of love that is all things. For you are in every particle of it. And how beautiful we are as cosmic humans coming to life. In a most joyful and profound way. Each and every one of you carry gifts. Each and every one of you carry the unique undeniability, a new partnership with God to awaken. You create that stillness and that silence and that purity of heart to harmonize with the essence of God. and it will move through you. You will feel the stirs and the jitters, and your voice will crackle and your breath will shake. For God particles are all things, all places, all moments, all beings. It's up to us. So why not celebrate? Why not allow the breath to ignite joy? Regardless of what's spiraling around you at any one moment, one can choose to center and ground. Create peace within breath and feel the ignition of something new. Intend harmony, intend union with the higher intelligence of all that you are, your divine sacred mind. I ask to call forward my intelligence and my understanding of light language in all that I see and all that I experience. And for each and every one of you, it will be different. It's supposed to be. It's the diversity. It's the color of creation. It's the individual God particles that each and every one of you are, that we are, working together, creating profound thought formations from our open hearts, desiring to experience human life in harmony, human life in unity, human life in peace, human life in abundance for all, fairness and balance for all, health for all. And we send out those loving thought forms with beautiful colors and symbols and movement as our body sways. And we visualize the unique electromagnetic webbing that we exist within, and our whole entire essence comes to life with God moving through us. For we have acknowledged it. We've accepted that we're God particles. We've accepted we can read and decipher and discern light language in its highest, most expansive form. Do you see how each and every one of us are particles of language that God in vocation sent forth to create and birth new light, birth new language? For these communications have never taken place before, dear lighted ones. This is an all-time first. And I see a vision of many of us from all over the globe in future now moments and other star systems they're showing me. I'm showing myself that we are gathering in many ancient cultures in this now moment, other vibrational threads, other vibrational timelines, dear lighted ones. We're having similar conversations about the consciousness communication that occurs within the all, the light language, the breath of our source creator, this webbing, this essence that we ride on, this wave that we ride on, that sends us love and light, encodations, symbols, symbologies, sacred geometry, that inspires us with loving momentum. We then add our own loving momentum as Mother, Father, God then gift us more loving momentum. New programs, new agendas, new evolutionary potentiation. All timelines communicating in this now moment. And I see many of us around fires, around sacred altar tables, around sacred crystalline tables, and in pyramids and chambers, and however it is that we may gather. Within this omnipresent moment right now, you do see, dear lighted ones, we have opened to our omnipresence. For these visions are being offered because we are in the essence of all that we are. Does that make sense, dear lighted ones? For we are the voice and we are the conduit for what's going on as our collective sits and breathes and opens our divine hearts to one another in this now moment, dear lighted ones. Swim with us. Bathe within the luxury of God. God love. God language. Sense and be in one with the harmonization of your light language. Within the belly of all that you are. Your passion on why you are here to create. Call it forth and express. Call it forth and celebrate. Call it forth and be in joy. For those thought forms, allowing us to commune in all other threaded frequencies right now, and they're those consciousness frequencies that we've just given ourselves a vision of. You're feeding them, We're feeding them to each other, communicating in this omnipresence now moment, around sacred altar tables and in chambers and pyramids, in temples, ashrams, upon Gaia, celestial rooms that we create from thought and love and vibration. Anything that you can imagine, here we are, communing. We've got our crystals and our beautiful loving emanations that we're gathering, the sacred soul tribes of all that we are, gathering in an omnipresence beyond what we can describe right now. We don't have words for what's going on. But Joanna will paint it in the best way she knows how. We've allowed ourselves to expand within this now moment, dear lighted ones, and we are each threading to one another, so that you may see within the etheric allness of all that you are, within your creativity and your intuitive excitement, that we are all connecting and creating language within this now moment in a new way. For this is the first time we've had this communication. Right here, right now, in human form. These communications are being had on other vibrational threads, other vibrational dimensions. However, right here, right now, it is new. Your hearts are open, you're ready. And higher aspects of you and other dimensional aspects of you, all communicating right here now, for Joanna has allowed herself to open up that she is as you are. Allowing herself to see the all that she is. Your open hearts to experience something new, to swim with something new. And the open potentiation of your hearts to be in love, to be in oneness, to be in harmony, allows each of you to thread something new and ignite the quantum information within you, the quantum communication moving through you. Fields of love and vibration interacting. And the other consciousness aspects of you are showing Joanna excitement. Humanity has moved into a stage in which consciousness can interact in this way. Is it not exciting, dear lighted ones? Do you feel something new happening in this now moment? Where future aspects of you, the future yous, we have called them in previous telecasts, future yous are saying, here we are. We're not future, we're right now. It's just the words we define. Threadings, as Ashtar allowed Joanna to see a myriad of threads, all being strung from the center of all that she is, allowing her to communicate, to emanate and discern. All now moments, all communications, all conversations. What is relevant in this now moment to allow you all to see and to feel and to know and to hear and to be. Your divine open heart alive and well, threading information and wisdoms back and forth, to and fro. And how may you create if this is so, and it is. A soft and gentle moment of self-love. A soft and gentle moment to see the violet, turquoise, gold and silver colors. Crystalline, golden threads of you come to life. And you soften and open your heart a little bit more, for love changes all things. Allows you to sense a vibration that is new, a communication that is laid within you latent until this moment of now, to be ignited through the bloodstream, through your DNA, allowing you to be the language of God. Are you not, dear lighted ones? Each and every one of you is a unique golden particle of language. And you get to choose in any moment the communication that you set forth, what you emanate from your divine heart, sacred in every way with Mother, Father, God, as you revere its loving potential to alter all things. How profound you are to come to life. All language lives through you. Do you sense this now, dear lighted ones? And it is from the heart, regardless of what language is being spoken, that you understand all things, that you receive all things, that you send all things out, that you pulse and you beat, and you ripple and you ebb and you flow through your divine sacred heart. And as you harmonize with this, as you create that soft and gentle focus to open and harmonize with love in breath, those sacred encodations, the sacred geometry, the sacred symbols, the sacred patterning, the sacred colors, the sacred tone for all of you, the cells, the blood, the organs, the bones, multidimensional fields, all of you is sacred. Is it not? And this is the language sent forth today from the divine heavenly councils, that each and every one of you are a symbol and a particle, the light encodations, light language, each unique unto yourself, to be expressed in your highest, most expansive, most loving, most compassionate, Christed way. For you are in all that you see, in all that you hear, in all that you feel and sense. So why not play and be joyful with you? Golden sparks of love. Communicating through the ethers in a profound and new way for me. And I thank the divine and heavenly councils and the etheric chambers for allowing me to swim in new ways today, in the hearts of all of you that have allowed yourselves to open and communicate with this beautiful sacred soul gathering in this first hour. And we offer and we invite in the next hour to send your questions and your inspirations through to Tina at KCOR. Any questions that you may have about the light language of all that you are, about the light language that you are able to express and communicate with. For each and every one of us, it is unique on how we attune to it, how we communicate and ignite ourselves within it. Before every moment there is communication moving through us. Every moment we are upon the wave and the beautiful ebb and flow of communication and beauty that is God, that is creation, that is our omnipresence. And we're also going to talk after this, in the second hour, we're going to dive within the images that we've given on the KCOR chat page, as well as our Facebook, Joanna Universal Unity, pardon me, and allow ourselves to soak within the beautiful crystals, the beautiful communications that occur to us, with us, and through us at all times, with all things that Gaia offers, with all things that consciousness in itself offers, because remember, communication is as a dance within consciousness. We create physicality based on our own creations. It's spirit and matter co-entangling, coalescing, communing. That's how we create. We create physicality in every way through all that we are, through all of our spirit thoughts, through all of our thought forms, through all of our profound beliefs of who we are, of what we exist within and what exists within us. And that's how we begin to refine all that we are and how we manifest from thought in these more expansive fields of play, in these expansive galactic and cosmic fields of play. For we must refine all that we are in every now moment so that we're sure, with crystal clarity, the thought forms that we are emitting. How we communicate and allow communication and light forms and light language to live through us. We then intend it and we infuse it with a new color. We intend it and infuse it with our own creative spin. And it then goes back out into creation, rippling back to us with the beautiful infinity breath symbologies of all that we are, moving through us to recreate once again anew. So it really is a moment for moment refinement of what are you emitting? How are you receiving the information? Because how you're receiving information is a clear indication on your core vibration. Are you receiving information around you that seems negative or separative? Are you receiving information that seems chaotic and busy? What information are you receiving? For when you go within and center and still yourself with Mother, Father, God and harmonize with that, you're allowing yourself to receive a more refined communication, a more refined ebbing and flow, a more refined reality vibration. It's a constant communication of quantum language, of love language, of light language. And we get to choose. And so why not be joyful and peaceful and still? Why not be playful and colorful and creative? For that is our innate birthright. It is the Christed essence within each and every one of us. To allow and acknowledge the beautiful creativity that we have to be emitted and released into creation in beautiful and dynamic and harmonic ways. And truly, it's thought form. It's intention. What is your thought form in this moment? Are you intending it with peace and love and brilliance and color and softness and gentleness? And self-love. For as you self-love, you love the all. As you celebrate you, you celebrate the all. As you are in harmony and peace with you, you are in harmony and peace with the all. And what a profound language you are, dear lighted ones. So thank you. So have a look at our website, because in the next hour, we're going to talk about beautiful crystals. We're going to talk about clearing and the language that crystals allow us to ignite and remember, because we're igniting, every time we meet, we're igniting these memories that we have on other frequencies and other realms. And that's what the future use, if you will, allowed us to see and to experience through what I was experiencing. We were allowing ourselves to remember that we're having conversations very similar in our sacred soul tribes, but just done in different vibrational frequencies, done in different vibrational language. And so we're connecting with the essence of love. That essence of love that we open with allows us to commune and connect with all of those other aspects that are also doing similar communications and similar sacred gathering. So it's really, truly profound. Wow. That was new for me. So thank you. So join us after the break as we go within crystals, communications, light language, and all that is, all that we are as divine and heavenly cosmic human beings on a beautiful ride and a beautiful celebration of life. So let's focus on the celebration and the joy, because that's why we're here, and to create within it. How awesome is that? Join us after the break.
You've been listening to Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness, with Joanna L. Ross. Live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Exclusively on the KCOR Digital Radio Network. To explore, empower, understand, inspire, and further connect with this higher state of consciousness, please visit universalunity.ca. For more information on the host, Joanna L. Ross, please visit her KCOR Digital Radio Network show page, Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness. You're listening to the all-new KCOR, The Core, broadcasting from Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Hell yeah, in a little place called Area 51. Let go of the past and manifest the reality you desire. It's time to expand your consciousness and create a new enlightened transformational you by raising your vibrational frequency. We will talk about ETs, light ships, the ascending human, our ascending planet, visitations, and first conscious contact upon our new fifth dimensional Earth. Welcome to Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness. It's time to activate a better you by embracing the white light of Source. Now your host and universal guide, Joanna L. Ross.
Welcome back. This is Joanna from Universal Unity and Universal Light Wisdom and Healing Centers. Thank you so much. And today we're talking about a myriad of quantum ways that we heal ourselves, quantum ways that we communicate with one another, quantum ways that we allow ourselves to reignite and remember who we are within the all of that we are, within the allness of that exists within us, this omnipresence that we are allowing ourselves to awaken to and to remember and to co-create within, which is really fun and really exciting. And why for the first time in eons, truly eons, and why it's so fascinating and so exciting, and why so many beings are so excited to watch us and to observe and to be a part of this grand design of evolutionary transformation is because we're coming to life in physical human form in a way that we've never done before, and we're awakening to the omnipresence that's never quite been done before in this way. And so every moment we're awakening to new light language, every moment we're awakening to the light language within, the God language within us, this God spark within us, the quantum particles within us. We're coming to life in the way that we allow it to move through us and activate and initiate ourselves into our own mastery, to awaken and initiate our own understanding of all that we are, that lives through our divine inner temple. So all that we talk about and all that we muse and all that we bring forward to truly to dance within, it is a remembrance of our quantum essence. It's a remembrance of our partnership of love in all things. There may be moments of perspective where we have forgotten our oneness, in which we behave in certain ways and we act in certain ways and we say things in certain ways. But at the core of all that we are, we're a quantum language of love and light. That is light language. And it comes in a myriad of forms and tones and colors and shapes and patterns. And so allow that to be okay. Allow it to be more. Allow it to be the all. Allow it to be the way music and love moves through you. For that is God, the essence of love in all things moving through you, for you to co-create, for you to choose that beautiful co-creation in your Christed essence, how you may create with language, how you may create and allow it to move through you and emanate with you, that dance, that quantum dance. For every moment, you're gifting and receiving information. How you attune to it, how you tune yourself into the divine sacred heart, and what you emanate out, that's each and every individual's unique and creative and colorful choice. And why each and every one of us has come here for our own each and unique individual roles that we play in the soul blueprints we've designed, and those that we're contracting with, and those that we're threading ourselves with, and those that we're excited to co-create with, and we commune with. Because as you notice that we allowed all the future aspects of us to also thread ourselves in and allow that grander family to create and co-create. And our cosmic and our galactic beginnings are unfolding as we speak. And so this beautiful language of light, this beautiful light language is in all moments, all things. If you go within and harmonize with God, create that ignition with breath, create that initiation and invocation with yourself, you can ignite a new beginning for you to begin greater discernment, for you to begin greater excitement and creativity with your own light language that you have. And I found mine through tone. I found those excitements that I have just to create sound out of my mouth and move my hands and connect with the energy fields that I'm always existing within and that exist within me. When I infuse beautiful loving intent with it, when I infuse beautiful majesty with it, and I harmonize with God and the higher omnipresence of me, the expanded omnipresence of me, magic occurs. Miracles occur. And I awaken to the threadings of all that is in this now moment, as Ashtar pointed out. This is how we activate those quantum particles of those galactic gifts, of those skills and wisdoms that are now coming forward. It's all language. It's all light language. It's all love language moving through you. You get to choose how you initiate yourself, how you initiate and invocate that next quantum movement out into new arenas of play. And so truly allow every moment for moment for moment, if we haven't gifted you our obvious excitement and celebration, create one for yourself. Because that's truly what this is about. Human celebration. Each and every one of us, our unique color, our unique hue, our unique gifts that we add to the whole, to the wheel within the wheel within the wheel within the wheel. Quantum holographic particle that we are. And we get to choose what it means. We get to choose how we color and sing it and dance with it and create that beautiful Christed emanation and ripples through the omnipresence. And those other dimensional aspects and other star systems and other threads and other earthly realities of now say, wow, something's just happened. We just got a quantum catalyst. We've just got a quantum awakening. And I just know something that I didn't know a moment ago. Synchronicity of God language. Truly awesome. So if you go to our Facebook page, thank you councils. Thank you, Ashtar from the Galactic Federation, who's studying with us, because this is how, if you will, future now moments, if you will, we're going to be allowing ourselves to explore and to heal, as we've talked about, the light, wisdom, and healing centers that we're all co-creating with one another, through universal unity, through our offerings, if you will, and through all offerings of our entanglement, really. We offer expanded ways to heal all that we are, individually and collectively, because we're all one. And so going within and understanding light language, going within and understanding the beautiful synchronistic symbolisms in all things are symbolic. All language is symbolic. How you emit and choose and refine your thought forms, how you choose to emit and refine your beliefs, are all ways that you emit refined energy, refined symbols, refined sacred geometry, refined light, because it's all you. And so we're going to go within right now and create a moment of harmonization with crystals and with clearing. In my own personal pathwork, I've loved crystals. As soon as I was introduced to crystals and I understood what they were, I've always had an affinity with Gaia and with nature, but I never really understood until after my awakening, and the beauty and the importance of crystals, the beauty and the importance of understanding energy and knowing how to clear energy fields, knowing how to clear your electromagnetic field and bring it into alignment, if you will. In all that we offer as Christed vibrational teachers and a healer that I am, I offer it with my pure intent, and I offer it with the emanations that I've practiced and attuned myself with in my own alignments through the divine inner temple of all that I am. I offer those frequencies, and they can be healing for those who so desire to open their hearts and receive the Christed healings, the Christed vibrational healings that are always available in any now moment, because there is no time and space in that way. And so the same goes for our understanding of our essence within, our communication within crystals, our communication within our energy fields, and how we can sense when something is not in alignment, and we can clear it and align it and ignite new colors within it, and ignite new inspirations within it, within ourselves. And so it is important that in profound times of transformation, and I do this often in my own house, and my children are a part of it, if they so desire. I use sage, and the sage is one of the first pictures we have there. And it's a beautiful white sage that I use, and I have a longer sage stick. And I clear my house every day, and I clear my my energy field whenever I feel the intensities to do so. But lately it's been a lot. Because my energy field is expanding out into the all. And as I expand out into the all, I'm sensing more and more of all. And sometimes those alls are, of what I'm releasing and letting go of, the negativity and limitations and fears and all those things that we're working through akashically. So the more that you expand within your allness, the more that you're going to allow yourself to tap into all aspects of vibration, negativity, fearfulness, all of the beliefs that we've held about ourselves, the beliefs that we held about our society, and all those things that come forward for us to refine, realign, and alter and illuminate into a more desirable frequency, behavior, or emanation, or thought form, or belief. And so truly we are the vessels, we are the tools in which all light language, all communications moves through. And we get to choose in any moment to clear, to center, to balance, to breathe, and to align a greater color, if you will, that allows you breath, that allows you lightness. And I can feel, when I clear my field, I feel lighter, because I've just attuned myself to tune into various dimensionalities. And so I use sage to clear not only my personal physical vessel, I sage my vessel, especially under the feet and under the arms, and the back and the back of the neck, because there's portals there, along with everywhere. But those are the ones that are majorly open for me. But I also do my kids, when I'm sensing their energy fields in flux, and they're wanting a sage. And then we also, I move around my house, and I sage, and I create with purposeful, loving intent with my divine sacred heart. And I have one hand on my divine sacred heart, and I move with my sage, and I open the windows and I open the doors, and I move the energy and I'm intending to create sacred space, and I allow all energies that are no longer service to the vibration that I now intend, I now allow them to be guided back to Prime Creator, Prime Source, to be recycled back into higher vibrational thought patterns and thought forms. And so each and every one of you have the ability, the skill, and the awareness to now go forward and create whatever excitement that you're creating with yourself and with your own fields of language, fields of communications, fields of God, and clear and cleanse in a way that feels good for you and that you get practice for tuning into the multidimensional fields of vibration that you exist within and that exist within you. And so clearing and cleansing is an important way to feel. You can feel a difference. You can feel when a room has been cleared and cleansed. And it can be done with various tools. It can be done with sage. It can be done with sound of any sort that you are intending that sound communication, that light language, to communicate with you and through the field that you're working within. And so as a vibrational teacher, as a vibrational healer, I often send remotely and I often create sounds into various aspects that I'm excited to work within, whether it's other consciousness fields, whether it's crystalline frequencies within Gaia, whether it's within the multidimensional fields of the councils that I'm working within, human collectives. I send loving light emanations to the human collective, to various aspects of our nature and wildlife. So this is light language. It's the emanation of loving intent, and I infuse it with sound, I infuse it with color, I infuse it with symbolisms, I infuse it with sacred geometry, I infuse it with whatever is exciting for me. And that's how I learn and remember the expansiveness of all that I am as a unique individual, as a unique communicator, as a unique tool and transistor, if you will, a receptor, a quantum communicator of light and love. For I see myself as the all, communicating in this way, and I allow my omnipresence to come to life. And whatever is exciting in that moment, it might be to imagine color and bursts of little beautiful quantum light going off in colors. And then I bring in a beautiful healing for a specific wildlife animal that I want to support and I want to help. And so allow this to be a new way of communicating in our vast ebbing and flow of consciousness that we all exist within, and why we're awakening to our threading with all that is in this new way of communicating, in this heightened ebb and flow of communication, where we're communicating in every moment. But when you bring awareness and soft and loving intention with it, it changes your whole reality. You can cleanse and clear your energy fields. You can cleanse and clear your room. You can cleanse and clear the house or the field or the land that your house sits within, or other remote sections of the earth. You can cleanse and send loving thoughts and loving emanations of peace and love and harmony to the greater good of all, to the benevolency of creation, to the benevolency of evolutionary programs, to the benevolency of soft and gentle loving sounds, to the beautiful oceans, and hearing those vibrations of communication being sent back to you, which I just felt. I felt a beautiful, soft and loving vibration from the ocean animals sent back to me in immediate response to my loving emanation that I had just sent out just now. And so clearing and cleansing is a unique way for you to not only refine what you're sensing and what you're communicating, and also what's being communicated to you, but also to get a grander sense for how vast and wide your energy threads go. And when bringing into the mix creativity with color and sound. Because I often, if I don't have any sage, I often use clapping to break up energies in the corners. And then I open the windows and I navigate and I request and I ask with loving gentleness for the energies to be returned back to Source Creator. And I see and I visualize the Elohim coming in to create. And I see the Elohim and all of the elementals to come and co-create with the land on Gaia as the energies are being mixed back within new energy fields and new vibrations of light and love and symbolisms. And you call in nature, and you call in the elementals, and you call in Gaia and the beautiful breath from the trees, and then you gift back. And it's always a quantum communication living through you. Make no mistake about that. We're just remembering it now. We're coming to life and we're igniting it within one another right now. And so clearing and cleansing can allow those moments of, wow, that feels different. I feel lighter. I feel like those energies are just, no longer in your field, or you've illuminated it, you've transformed it. with your pure intent, and just a bit of sage or sound or symbols or crystals, crystal bowls, whatever it is that you create that clear intent communication, that light language with, and live through you from your divine sacred heart, the divine inner temple of all that you are. So you're really truly becoming a quantum particle, ever moving, ever refining, ever coming to life with God, and expanding out into the omnipresence of all that you are. And language is in all things. Language is in crystals. And if you go to the next picture, I'm looking specifically at our Facebook page. There's some crystals on a little piece of fabric. And I have some of those crystals with me right now. One is a beautiful snowflake, obsidian. And then there's obsidian and smoky quartz and amethyst. And all of the crystals have a unique language in the energies that the matter and the spirit that are made within itself, and its role and its excitement to come and offer, and how it communicates through creation. For those crystals that you see sitting in these images, or in your hand, or in your table, or in your altar table, they have a unique blueprint and a soul path that they're also consciously existing within, consciously communicating with. Our understanding and awakening to this, that we can now entangle and communicate with these crystals with consciousness, because it's all consciousness, it's all that webbing of the omnipresence. But it's our awakening and our awareness of this, our acknowledgement, and our allowance to open the door and begin communion, begin sacred play. And each crystal has its own unique blueprint, has its own unique gift, has its own unique song, has its own unique symbolic communication within light, within love. And each one will allow the energies to be felt and danced with you and lived through you. Because remember, it's always a dance. There's never just one aspect or one party involved. There's an infinite number of particles of God communicating at any one time. It's your awareness and your intention to say, I'm holding this crystal now, and this crystal now will assist me in clearing a certain aspect of my organs and my body, so that I can clear and cleanse some energy and bring it forward, so that it can allow itself to be transmuted into my physical reality, so that I can create refined choice and transcend. Because when you're clearing energy within your physical vessel, it doesn't go anywhere. It comes out into a manifested potentiation, so that you can transcend through thoughts, through beliefs, through your refined consciousness. How you're communicating with that energy that's just been released into your field. How you're communicating and dancing with that lesson. How you're communicating and dancing with that treasure from God. And even though some of those treasures may be challenging, sometimes they may be what may appear to be fearful, but it's all based on beliefs that you've held that are out of alignment and are showing you, we can realign with this. We can understand that it's just an aspect of you that you've forgotten, that you've left out, that seemed fearful but really isn't. And many of us have those sensations because now we're awakening into our magic. We're awakening into our soulful quantum chemistry, if you will. Our Merlinite that's within us. That beautiful magic that Merlin represents, that beautiful magic that Isis, the goddess Isis, represents. And all of those majestical moments of all that we are in our grander soul version are showing us, wow, there's some beautiful things going on here. There's a communication that is quite quantum and quite subtle and quite beautiful. It's all the language of God. Your awareness and your attunement will allow you to see, well, what am I sensing in this? And it will be belief patterns that are out of alignment, of harmony and oneness and God and love. It will be belief patterns that are ready to be refined by you with higher thought forms, with grander self-love, with grander self-acceptance, with grander bringing it all in to be loved and made whole through you. Remember, it's all quantum communication. And they're all speaking to you and with you and through you. And if you go to this next picture on our Facebook, and it's a beautiful picture of some black obsidian on a piece of round wood that I have. And there is some black tourmaline. And black tourmaline and black obsidian, they're beautiful protective stones which means that as you're opening up to grander energetic fields, especially for those of us that are communicating in a wider, vaster way that's coming really fast at times, and depending on your energy vibration and your blueprint and all those things you've chosen, and so on and so forth, and especially as others in your circle are changing as well, releasing their negative beliefs and their negative patterns, these stones are really good to have around to create grounding, to create clarity, to create positivity and nourishment within the physical vessel, your physical entanglement with Gaia. And this is why they are black and translucent, to create that beautiful centering and grounding within. And so black stones, I've felt, have been very profound in healing. When you're going through a release, an Akashic release, when you're going through an emotional period of release, these are beautiful stones to place in your central area where you're going to be active all the time, whether you have an altar table. Put them on your vessel for certain aspects of healing if you're doing a clearing on your lower chakras. They also helped in allowing you not only clear these areas and bring them into your everyday consciousness, like we said, so that you can refine choice, refine your beliefs, know that you're a divine lighted being, and create an ever-aligned and heightened expansive thoughts and beliefs about who you are. That's your realignment to higher vibrational threads. And as you do so, you can allow the crystals to be placed on your body and your chakra centers, and you can feel the immediate communication happening between the chakras and the crystals, if you attune to it. And so crystals are truly a dynamic gift, truly a treasure from Gaia, truly a co-creative treasure from Mother, Father, God with Gaia. Remember, their communication in their own unique way between God and crystals, why their own unique blueprint has brought them forward to create the similitude and the assistance with Gaia's and humanity's awakening, and why it's so very important for us in our awakening to this omnipresence communication that's happening at all times, to be aware of thought forms and what vibration you're sitting at and what you're emanating to the all. And at any moment you can refine it and clear it and cleanse it. Any moment you can realign it to a higher thought form that allows you to feel self-love and self-acceptance and self-excitement. Embody yourself and harmonize yourself with an aspect of God that makes you feel happy and excited and joyful to be you. And crystals are one for me. I can pick up a crystal and I just feel one with it. I love crystals. I love Gaia. I love the energy that Gaia gives. And I see Gaia showing me her beautiful loving essence from her heartbeat, her crystalline heartbeat, as you're looking at, say, that beautiful black shiny. It's that round oval rock, and it's shiny. And that's black obsidian. And it's usually a shinier rock. And then the rougher rocks are tourmaline. And you can see you can just feel the essence. And Gaia was showing me that she's communicating and sending threads. I see them in threads through the crystals. And she's omnipresent, remember, with all aspects of her. So these crystals are an aspect of her, like a fingernail or a finger. Even though we look at them as separate because they're separate rocks in different locations and different colors and different houses and different people are holding them. But she's omnipresent with it. So she's showing me the communication that she gives through the crystals. And they're also showing me the beautiful communication. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. The beautiful loving heartbeat of Gaia. She's also throwing me the consciousness, the rock consciousness, but also the elemental and the creator consciousness, the gods, creator gods. And our celestial teams are showing me their threads within crystals. And they communicate through crystals with us. And I've often had some of my crystals charged, and I've asked for charging of my crystals with my celestial teams. And they can create invocations in my crystals. They can create loving emanations to heal with my crystals. And I can feel at any time when I'm walking throughout my day or I'm about to head out for the day, I'll look at my altar table and I'll be magnetically attracted to one or two crystals, and I'll take them with me. And I'll have them on my person and on my body, so that those communications are constantly with me in my healing, in my releasing, in my transforming, and awakening to the grander communication that I exist within all things, that exist within me. And so black obsidian and black tourmaline are really good to have around the house and just to carry with you. because they're really lovely grounding crystals. And when you go into a crystal store, you can feel the emanations of the crystals and create that intuitive knowing that you have with crystals. There's communication within all things. And the crystals are here to not only enlighten and inspire us with this grander quantum communication, but also with our own awakening to ourselves and to our entanglement with nature. And they're also showing me, thank you, that that also wildlife communicates with crystals. And so this is the first time I've seen this. So thank you, Rock Consciousness and Gaia. They're showing me their elemental consciousness coming forward right now, and they're showing me that they communicate with wildlife and the crystals. And they're showing me a forest floor with some crystals that they're communicating with and they're talking with, and they're having conversations just as we are in this now moment. And so it's a beautiful family of love. It's a beautiful family of light and codations. And so allow yourself to be expansive within any one moment. With a crystal, drop to your divine sacred heart. Open in loving oneness and harmonize with that crystal, harmonize with Gaia, harmonize with the elementals, harmonize with your celestial team, with Mother, Father, God. Harmonize with the rock consciousness and the spirit of Gaia's heart. And if you have a piece of crystal with you, allow that crystal to come forward and speak with you, to speak through you, to dance with you. Invite it in. And you'll be offered symbols. You'll be offered color. You might just be offered that beautiful, loving sensation in your belly, that loving sensation in your heart, or a flutter behind your neck. It's beautiful. Thank you. And if you go to the next set of images, if you scroll down on our Facebook page on the next post, there are more pictures and images of crystals. And Tina has more there. And these crystals are pictures that I've taken from my own personal collection. And crystals, I love, obviously the smoky quartz is also a nice grounding and healing crystal. And it looks like quartz crystal, but it's a little bit smoky. It's usually more of a gray-black crystal. And that's also for healing and cleansing and clearing energy fields, as well as connecting and grounding with the lower two chakras with Gaia. And also, what's coming into focus right now is tourmaline. And tourmaline is a beautiful crystal. And I don't see there's a small, tiny piece of tourmaline right underneath the sage. There's green tourmaline, and then there's a pink tourmaline. And tourmaline is a beautiful Gaia frequency crystal, and it's beautiful in its healing ability, neutralizing negative energies, letting go of and neutralizing negative energies or negative frequency thought forms. And the one that you see right in front of the sage is kind of a pinky rosy color. That's another beautiful tourmaline. And it looks, it's kind of smooth, but it comes in many different colors. You can get them in pink and green. And although there's a lot of white usually in tourmaline, but you can see them speckled with green and beautiful, earthy, rich, red, coppery tones. And they're beautiful. Tourmaline is a beautiful energy to neutralize cleansings through the chakras, whatever's being released at that moment through your chakras. Because remember, the chakras tell stories and energetic vibrations that are being healed. And so crystals are a beautiful way for us to reconnect with the nature elements of all that we are. Because remember, all crystals are matter and spirit, created by Gaia, by God. But it allows us to understand ourselves within it, because we too are also matter. We too are also spirit. We too are also emanations in light language from God, the invocation sent forward by God. And we're allowing ourselves to reconnect and rekindle all that we are within it. And it's truly beautiful. And so crystals are a beautiful way for us to understand who we are, to understand all that we are, to understand the expansiveness of what we're now communicating within and swimming within. And if we go to, we're going to go to the pictures that I gave Tina, and she's got the pictures of my altar table, one of the altar tables that I have. And there's many different types of crystals. There's some raw crystals, and there's some that are polished and smooth. And it depends on what I'm using them for and what intuitively attracts me to that crystal. But I did, usually when I'm going away on live events, I give a lot of crystals away intuitively in my sessions. I give them away as energetic gifts and blessings. I give them away as communications with Gaia in whatever I'm intuitively drawn with. And it's the way that I really get excited to dance with crystals and with their communication within the all that is. And so the crystals communicate with me, and I'm inspired through the crystals in whoever they choose to be their home next in this beautiful gifting and communication, this ebb and flow. And so when I get a crystal, the crystal understands that some crystals will be with me for a while, and some crystals will be gifted back into creation to create new stories and new songs. And just as the omnipresent note of love is, it's always being created in new ways. Just as this now moment, as we were shown this morning from our quantum family, that this is a new communication we've never had before. We're just, other threads of us are having it, but not in this way. And that's what makes it so magical and so profound. And I wanted to draw your eye with the first image that Tina has of the crystals. And there's a little wooden bowl that you see off to the left in the first image of the crystals. And this wooden bowl and the stones that are within that bowl are a beautiful and powerful stone that truly grounds. I felt a true grounding of the sacral chakras and the root and number 1 and 2 chakras and lower abdomen energies, really stimulating. This is also the area in which we manifest and create that solar power with, because all that we manifest, that we do, that we create energy through the divine energy temple of all that we are, is through focused thought, through love emanations, through how we're navigating and channeling and guiding our energy. And that's what mastery is. You're now awakening to your energy. You're now awakening to your wisdoms and intelligence. You're now awakening to your communication with all that is. You're awakening to the light language. Now you get to navigate and guide it, so that you're creating consciously with greater awareness and love and for the greater good of all and benevolency. You're consciously creating. You're consciously creating with crystals. You're consciously creating with beautiful love. You're consciously creating with your loving emanations with color and sound and tone, your wisdoms that are coming to life. And so you'll feel and sense these chakra areas and your portal of power, if you will, come to life with the assistance of crystals. And the ones that are in the little wooden bowl there, in the first 2 images that you'll see, is what's called carnelian. And carnelian is a beautiful crystal. And as soon as I picked these stones up, I felt the immense connection of working with carnelian in other lifetimes. It was a really powerful, connected feeling of that earthy energy that I get sometimes with tourmaline. And they're beautiful crystals, and you can feel different parts of your body come to life when you just put it in your hand and you just really ignited with it. And those are really good crystals to also help with clearing, to help with letting go of fear and emotional things that surface that come to life for us to clear and neutralize and to redefine and to gain greater clarity for. Because these crystals are also allowing us to heal those aspects of communication that in those Akashic timelines that were misunderstood or that we used in other timelines that we're now here to refine and create in more colorful, vibrant ways to learn from. And so many of us have been healing many tragic lifetimes, in lifetimes where we've created choice, in lifetimes where we've created disharmony or imbalance. We've gone in many lifetimes playing every role. And so crystals and Gaia and rock consciousness and the elementals and the Elohim and the fairies and the devas, there's so much that's being offered that we can entangle with and engage with. And there's a communication happening within it to assist us in our healing, to assist us in our grounding, to assist us in bringing something to an illumination so that we may clear and cleanse it and create something new. A new communication is had and emitted. And so that just gives you an idea of some beautiful crystals that I entangle with and communicate with. And yeah, there's beautiful, beautiful crystal. I just love crystals. I just really do love crystals. And we've got a small video on our Facebook, which we'll go to after the show. We won't go to it now because we have a question in our chat room there. So thank you. And the question is, does Joanna have a favorite book that she could recommend about crystals that she loves? Thank you so much for our wonderful show today. Thank you. I have a crystal book. It's called the Crystal Bible, but I rarely use it. I have a beautiful and lovely crystal store that I go to here in Calgary, and it's it's one that I go to I guess a couple times a year, and I just spend time there, and I really intuitively connect with the crystals, and I intuitively get a sensing or a download from my team and my higher self on what crystals are working with me in that time, in that moment, and are assisting me with healing in that moment. Because as we awaken and move through our own personal soul blueprint, different crystals will come forward at different times to work with you. And so there are many, many good crystal books now. Years ago, there was only a couple, but there's a few crystal books now that I saw in my crystal store, in the crystal store that I go to, that there's 2 or 3 crystal books now that have been put out most recently that have to do with multidimensional healing as well. And so have a look online and do a Google for crystal books for healing, crystals for healing, shamanic crystals for healing, and intuitively tune in to whatever you're being drawn to. And that's what I tell everybody, because as I said, I bought the Crystal Bible, and it's a beautiful book, and it gives you a ton of information, but I rarely use it. I go to what I intuitively sense at that moment, or what my team has gifted me as far as what crystal I'm working with, or I'll see a picture, or I'll get a sensation. And sometimes I just go into the crystal store and just feel it. I'll be attracted to a cabinet, and these crystals are just calling out to me, and I'll just pick a crystal up, and it'll just seem to dance in my hand and sing in my hand, and then I know vibrationally that that's the one that I'm going to work with for the next little while, and have it be a part of me, and it be a part of who I am and what I'm becoming, as well as us becoming a part of it, and creating that language of communication again, and opening that flow of wisdom once again. Because as Gaia was showing us, she's beautifully, and thank you, Gaia, for reminding me. It's a very important part with the rock consciousness coming in to support this, as well as the Elohim and the elementals. Yes, thank you. Is that we wanted to mention that crystals are a gift, and they're an offering from Gaia, from the rock consciousness, from the spirit and elementals. They're a communication tool. It's a healing tool. They're vibrational aspects of all that we are in tangible physical form, for us to reconnect and commune and entangle with in a loving and benevolent and auspicious and magical way with God. And so allow your exploration with crystals to be in this way and in this favor, and so too will it be returned in kind to you, just as all communications are with all beings of all consciousness. And we've said this throughout a myriad of our articles, our books, our posts, and all that we've offered, is that when you go within the intent to keep that sacred play, that sacred communion with Gaia, then she benevolently offers herself in bits and pieces everywhere. And although we look at it and those crystals may seem separate, and they may seem to be in different colors and shapes and sizes and have a different soul blueprint within that consciousness rock, but there's still Gaia consciousness. It's still loving God consciousness brought forward as a planet, brought forward as a thought emanation from Source Creator God, for us to be in beauty with, for us to be in harmonization with, for us to be in respect and honor with. And so I truly treasure, and I value all crystals. I truly treasure all Gaia. I truly treasure and value all emanations of gifts that we have been breathed, and to create that emanation and that reverence through your awareness of it, your dance with it, your open-heartedness with it, your ability to offer it and invite it in and have it live through you as its unique and divine offering that was meant. And so if you move about life in this way, dear lighted ones, the crystals will find you. You'll allow yourself to remember centering and grounding to the heartbeat of Gaia, so that you ignite that quantum communication that she threads through all that she offers, through all of her creative majesty that she offers within the wildlife that are threaded through all consciousness as well. We may think, and we have given definitions to wildlife, not having consciousness or the communications within it. But that's in those aspects of our awareness and our eons of lifetimes where we've felt separate, and we've had belief systems that have allowed us to think that consciousness is not all things, and it is. There's life, there's wisdom, there's intellect, there's communication, there's energy, there's love, there's light language within all things, and we are being offered it in this beautiful way. And as we look and we muse at the beautiful rocks and the grass and the soils and the trees and the bark, they're communicating with you. How ready are you and how excited are you to sit and be in presence and stillness with it? And open up your divine sacred heart and allow the communication to live through you. And have it offer a beautiful healing for one of your organs. And then have it come and show that manifestation to you in your moment for moment daily life, so that you can say, yes, I cleared this from my energy field. This is so exciting. Even though this moment might seem challenging, I know how to I know how to move beyond this. I know how to align myself to a more expanded perspective of unity and harmony within this moment. For I see the aloneness that I thought I had. I felt the abandonment that I thought I had, but I'm realigning to my oneness within it all. I sense the communication opening to me. I sense God living within me. However it is that you realign yourself through these beautiful entanglements, this beautiful dance. It's within all things. So thank you. There's beautiful books out there, but allow your higher self, allow your intuition, allow your own energy field to intuitively draw the one that is required for you at this time on your path. Because each and every one of you will have a different blueprint and different ways that you will work with crystals. Some create visualizations through crystals, and those visualizations help them with art healing and color healing, or intuitive light healing and wisdom healing. And so allow the crystals to speak to you in whatever way that you're ignited, and you will ignite with the crystal. And have unconditional faith and unconditional trust in the process. Because it's a dance. It's never ending. There's never a destination. Our journey with God is never a destination. It's beautiful majesty unfolding moment for moment for moment for moment, and it lives through us. At any moment, I could walk by one of my altar tables, and I'm just called by a certain crystal, and I'll just pick that crystal up, and I'll just be in stillness and silence and prayer with that crystal just for a moment. And then just be one with its essence. Be one with its communication with you, for it's ever-changing as you are. It's getting those loving emanations from Gaia as it's being fed back to Gaia and through you. And that song has changed. That story has changed. Those loving human emanations have changed. And the thought forms from our collective ripple to the all in brand new colors and brand new hues and brand new sparks of divinehood. Do you see what we're saying here, dear lighted ones? That each and every one of us in this now moment bring a stillness and a presence to your heart. And place a hand upon your heart, if you so desire, to dance within the sacred communion of love and light language today, as we allow ourselves to be present with breath and our eternal, infinite omnipresence. We feel the sands and the soils beneath our feet, and we feel Gaia's heartbeat and her pulse within our veins, within our heart. We feel the language and the communication within all spirit, within all rocks and nature and wildlife, within the beauty that Gaia offers in every moment. And we offer her our presence and our gratitude and our joy to be awake within this now moment with her. And she offers her celebration and joy in receipt back. For she understands that we can now dance, can't we? We are now aware that I've always been dancing with you, but now you're choosing to step in and begin. And she says, in her own unique and beautiful way, that she offers through a myriad of infinite crystals and flowers and scents and visions and colors and omnipresence that she exists within. There's always been a song offered, dear humanity, dear children of Earth, dear children of God. There's always been a language. There's always been the ebb and flow of love and symbolism and light language from God. You've always been gifted breath. You've always been gifted the essence of love and peace and similitude with all things. It is your divine sacred heart, the center of all that you are, that desires to be one with it, to harmonize with it, that quickens all things, that awakens all things, that activates and initiates all things. And it can allow such a vibrancy to move throughout your vessel, through every blood cell, through every quantum DNA gift that you've ever been gifted in any lifetime, right here, right now. And that excitement, that God particle, will move you. It will shake and shiver from within until your hips start moving and your toes start tapping. And your hands and your fingers will move to be a part of the dance in this quantum field that we exist within. And your elbows and your shoulders and your head and the entire multidimensional essence of all that you are moving and swaying within this quantum omnipresence. And just for a moment, your heart opens and you desire to feel one with all things, love and light and joy. And you desire to invocate to creation. I step forward now in my joy, for I understand I am so vast and wide, I am eternal. I release all fears. I release all limitations. For I understand now I have the choice to create loving thought forms, harmonic thought forms, for I am the language of God coming to life. And this dance continues, it changes and shifts. And new ripples of golden sparks dancing on the fields of the all, quantumly igniting new potentiation. New omniverses are created. New omnipresence is created. Dimensional particles of light spiraling and spinning, touching every cell. All that you are is alive and well. In every moment, step forward in joy. Every moment, step forward in love and light if you so desire, for it will ripple back to you. It will show itself to you in every way, in thought, in sound, in color, in human presence, in loving relationships, in your energetic language with your teams and lightship discovery, lightship experiences, where you're jetting across the cosmos in this now moment, to come forward in this now moment as you sit within your chair to say, I remember. I'm in all places. I am all things. I am one. I am that I am. And how delightful, dear lighted ones, that we can dance and sing in this way. For each and every one of you are a quantum node of God, unique and individual, to be expressed in your own unique way. And may you step forward upon Gaia in this knowing that it is the spirit and the harmonization with breath within, with Mother, Father, God within, that quickens, that ignites and activates all things. And may your heart be quickened to awaken to love, to the oneness, to the harmony of you in all things, to the beauty and color of you in all things, and to the sound of joy, to the sound of you in all things. For you are the language of light, coming to life right here, right now, if you so desire. Thank you, dear lighted ones, and to the benevolence and the graciousness of Gaia and the graciousness of Mother, Father, God coming to us in this now moment so that we may remember who we are as quantum particles of light, quantum particles of love ever threading our way to vast fields of cosmic and galactic play. And thank you so much. We're coming to the end of our show, and thank you for all of your loving energies as you've come to this etheric meeting room in the etheric chambers week after week, and open your hearts to love and light, and open your hearts to the vastness of all that you are, so that you may refine your thought forms, that you may refine your vibrations, that you may refine all that you are, and allow yourself to open to the grandness of all that you are, and emanate those loving light patterns of beautiful encodations. That is your presence. That is your birthright. So thank you. And we had a lovely comment from Paul. Thank you. I love the pictures. It's similar to my altar. Thank you. And if you want to send any pictures in, feel free. Every week we're here communing and gathering in our sacred etheric chambers. Send in your pictures of your crystals and the communications you have with your crystals. I think we'll kind of continue this beautiful quantum communication next week in our show. We'll bring forward more energies and threadings from Gaia, from the elementals and the Elohim, the creator gods, energies that assist in creating new forms of consciousness, new forms of language consciousness that I've experienced truly open up since my sacred travel upon Gaia and meeting with the various consciousness of the rocks and the land. And so allow yourself to also know that as you move about Gaia in joy and in light, those communication threads quantumly activate themselves. So know that as you step forward on her, she too comes to life as you do. We are all threaded, we are all one. So thank you so much, dear lighted ones. This is Joanna from Universal Unity, and we've got some beautiful telesummits coming up this week. And so allow yourself to connect with our Facebook page and our Sacred Temple Teachings page for all of our current communications this week. We've got a telesummit on the 26th that we would love to have you entangle with. And that is up as well. Tina's got that link up, as well as our Facebook page, so you can connect with that. And we thank you, all of you, for coming to our sacred chambers. And we wish you well and love and light in this beautiful light language of communication of love. Thank you and namaste.
You've been listening to Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness with Joanna L. Ross. Live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Exclusively on the KCOR Digital Radio Network. To explore, empower, understand, inspire, and further connect with this higher state of consciousness, please visit universalunity.ca. For more information on the host, Joanna L. Ross, please visit her KCOR Digital Radio Network show page, Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness. This is KCOR Las Vegas, home of the Digital Radio Network. Broadcasting from a shack just south of Area 51. Wait, that doesn't exist. This is the KCOR Digital Radio Network. Now for the news.